Hello, welcome back to another video of What's Up Doc. Today we are talking about menopause. And I finally decided to talk about menopause because so many of my patients have been sharing with me their stories, and I am also sharing. So it's a mutual sharing of stories about menopause, how you feeling, how you doing, what's so bad, and comparing notes. So I just don't want anybody to think that, I going through menopause like a cool summer breeze that's not affecting me and I'm staying so graceful about it. It's not. The reality is actually the total opposite of it. So what I'm going to do today is just true and false with Dr. Slava about menopause, as far as my experience and some of my patient experience. Now, that said, you could be one of those patients or people or females that's just not going through menopause, or you never gone through menopause and you just went from one stage to the other, from perimenopause to menopause to postmenopause. Is like, oh, what was that kind of moment? And some of us going through hell, literally. All right. So I watch a lot of videos, YouTube videos about menopause, and they go through the science and they go this and that, but I'm just sharing my experience with menopause. And I truly believe that it is genetics. Like, look at your ancestry, look at the female in your family, and see if any of them are going through the same experience. And I 100% a believer that it's genetics. My mom was miserable, but my mom had 5 kids, 13 pregnancies, 8 miscarriages, bless her heart. But yes, that makes sense. Maybe her body was so stressed from all the hormonals up and down and the ups and downs of the hormones and giving birth. But I didn't, as you watch, probably if you watch my last video, I talked about how I lost my twin at 13 weeks of pregnancy, my first and my only pregnancy. But as I'm sweating right now here with all the windows open, I don't know what degrees it is. It's probably like double digits outside. Let me go through what I think is true or false about menopause, so you guys are not misleaded, or maybe you can find some kind of a comfort that I share with you this, or I'm sharing the experience with you and you're not alone. Okay. So first of all, these are reading glasses, and some of us that turns 40 on their 40th birthday, you end up picking these up from the shelf in the pharmacy while you're waiting for your prescription or your supplements. So that's what happened to me, at least when I hit 40. I actually started to use reading glasses because I picked a supplement off the shelf and I couldn't read it. I was like, why I can't read it? It's so fuzzy. I don't have my glasses on. So I picked up just these and I put them on. It's like, oh my God, I need reading glasses. So that's the first signs that aging and the change is happening. Okay. So I went to WebMD and I'm going to read off the symptoms, what to do about it, and let you know if it's realistic or not. All right, let's do this. Ready? I think I look cute in these. Okay. All righty. Feisty because today is not a good day. Today is a menopause day. So according to my doctor, I'm in perimenopause. I'm not in menopause, nor I'm a postmenopause. So God help me if things are going to get worse. Okay. So this is WebMD and saying, overview, your guide to menopause. Menopause is the end of the women's menstrual cycle fertility. It happens when the ovaries no longer make estrogen and progesterone, 2 hormones needed for women's fertility, and the period have stopped for 1 year. So that's what happened. Basically, ovaries are shrinking down. Everybody's programmed differently. When they shrink down, we don't know. There's no timing. Doctors don't know. I've seen OBGs. I've seen naturopath. They don't know. They just go by your symptoms. So when the ovaries shut down, the estrogen, progesterone, which helps you get pregnant and regulate your cycles and give you that glow, the collagen, and they give you that moisturized skin and the thick hair and the curls and the eyesight and the lubrication and the hydration, gone. All right, menopause basics. The term menopause is commonly used to describe any of the changes women experience either just before or after the stop menstruating, marking the end of their reproductive period. Okay, so like I said, estrogen, progesterone, we go through the cycles. the ovaries, as you're ovulating, you're releasing the egg and the hormones changes. It's like, oh, there's a pregnancy now. If you conceive, you get pregnant. If you don't conceive, then you don't get pregnant. But every cycle, the body doesn't know if you are planning for a family. It just keeps pumping all that stuff up. When they start shrinking, again, the level's lower, much lower. And that affects a lot of things. Dry scalp, one of them. Understanding menopause. Menopause simply means the end of menstruation for 1 year. As women age, there is a gradual decline in the function on their ovaries and the production of estrogen. All right, menopause. Menopause is additional to dealing with hot flashes. Let me stop you right there. So the symptoms for menopause, it is all over the place. Think about it this way. Anything that actually could go wrong will, if you are going to experience menopause. So they listing these and saying that in addition to hot flashes, mood swing, and other symptoms that accompany menopause, many women undergoing premature menopause have to cope with additional physical and emotional concerns. Wow, they put it really, really simple and very soft touching on that. True or false? In my case, false. So think about menopause is basically a skyscraper, demolishing it completely and rebuilding something different. What are you building? We have no idea. You don't know what to rebuild. All you know is how much you're losing every single time, okay? Hot flashes, crazy. It's not a hot flash. So if you're going through like menopause, like poof, you get a hot flash. It's like, oh, I'm so hot. Let's open the window. Let's drink some water. That's not a hot flash. A hot flash, you are burning at the stake. Literally, you are feverish. And I actually researched it. And the part of the brain, there's a part of the brain that is controlled with the event of fever or feeling overheating, okay, which is the hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus is responsible when you have an infection, and it will trigger the fever for order to you fighting the infection. So that's what it feels like if a feverish. And literally, like every time I felt warm, I felt like, oh my God, do I have COVID? Like it's not, because I take my temperature. I don't have a fever. That's the only symptoms that I have. So it's crazy. With everything that's going on, you feel like you're losing your mind. Okay. So it's not like, oh, I'm so hot. It's, you are burning at the stake. Literally, you're just like, oof. You feel like it's never going to end. It goes on and on and on. I have hot flashes that last from 2 minutes to 20 minutes. I had hot flashes that from like just like a half a second to like 1 minute. It really depends on the day, and anything and everything can trigger it. If you just enjoying a cup of coffee, decaf, you're like, oof, oh my God, you're sweating. You have to change your shirt. You have to go home. This is so uncomfortable. I haven't put any winter coat on, and it's been single double digits around us. I can't even stand it. It's just so hot. Everything's so hot. I'm sleeping with an open window. Everything aggravates me. Everything is getting on my nerve. Everybody is getting on my nerve, but they have to control yourself and maintain your poise because you gotta get stuff done. All right. So hot flashes, mood swings. It's not mood swings. It's craziness. It is like your brain is playing the radio. You wake up at, if you fall asleep at 10 o'clock, you wake up at 12:30 and you're playing a song in your head, and your mind is racing and your thoughts are racing. Emotions, memories, imaging of people that you never even met before. I'm like, what is this? It's not a nightmare. It's not a dream. It's just thoughts and images in your head. It's just craziness, and you have to kind of like woosah. You got to calm down and say, okay, this is not real. It's just hormonal. This is crazy. This is not me. Let's just like calm down and meditate and go back to sleep. Okay. I'm not going to touch on sleep because I don't even have time. Like, I'm going to do many episodes on this. Okay. Because this is just like telling you, oh, this is only what's going to happen, but deal with it individually. So the mood swings, you just collapse and cry. Sometimes I woke up crying in the middle of my sleep. Why am I crying in the middle of my sleep? You know, because I'm so tired. Sometimes I'll just pass. It's passing out. It's not sleeping. And by the way. Sleeping is not sleeping anymore. The insomnia is insane. You're not sleeping, you're just napping. You wake up every hour on the hour, every 2 hours, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, every 4 hours. You're just up and up and you're ready. You are boosted with energy. It's like, I'm ready to go. I can go run. I can go cook a meal. I can go shovel snow. I can drive my car and go shopping and run my errands. That's how alert you are. And then you crash. It's like almost going back to the toddler time. It's really weird. I did work in a daycare. I know exactly how toddlers do. They go, 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 then they crash. That's exactly how it feels with insomnia and exhaustion. And other symptoms that accompany menopause, many women undergoing premature menopause have to cope with additional physical and emotional concerns. Notice that they didn't even mention what they are. They're just telling you additional physical, emotional concern. It's pure craziness. And I know you guys out there that's going through this agree with me. Okay, so it's not just like, oh, you know, I just don't feel good. It's craziness, okay? So it affects your mind, it affects your physical being, it affects how your body function, your kidneys, your liver, your GI. It affects everything. So all I'm saying is whatever you read on WebMD or whatever you guys Google or the website that you guys trust, it's not as simple as that. And don't say, oh, you know, I'm crazy, because they did not mention that in Google, but it's happening to me at the same time. So you're not crazy. If you're going through severe menopause, this is a symptom. First of all, you're not alone. Second of all, find a provider that can actually understand your hormonal imbalance and your chemical imbalance that's going in through your body during menopause. This is serious stuff, because what's going to happen is you need to maintain what you have when you get out of menopause and you go through through menopause and you land into postmenopause. Then you have healthy organs so it can last you the rest of your life. And that's the concern that my patient has and everybody that I talk to that's going through menopause. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I know I'm going to make another one because there's so much to talk about. And I have Googled so many videos. They do and they don't. But I think my patient will appreciate it if it's coming from me, because I see you guys all the time and we talk about it all the time. And we share our agonies and our sufferings. So this is a journey. I think we're going to do it together. So thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you in the next video.